Hi, good day sa ating mga ka-taxpayers and especially to business owners that would like to know more about how to legally register their business here in the Philippines. What's the importance of registering their business here in the Philippines? And also yung mga taxes, yung mga workaround, anong ibig sabihin ng mga taxes, what's the difference between non-registering and registering your business, and is it important ba para sa ating mga taxpayers or people doing business here in the Philippines na magrehistro ng ating business? So, with no further ado, so magpapakilala po muna kami before natin i-introduce ang ating topic for today in which you will be seeing on your screen right now. So, for today's seminar. My name is Mr. John Paul Ivan G. Crisostomo. I'm a CPA MBA with more than 10 years of meaningful experience in accounting, taxation audit, and is currently a business consultant of different businesses po. Currently, I'm a partner for Crisostomo and Associates CPAs and also for IGC Finance and Accounting Services. We specialize mainly in small, medium enterprises and also for those company startups. Again, so this is our topic for today. Strategy for managing Philippine taxation, how to legally lower your taxes and protect your business from being penalized by the Bureau of Internal Revenue. So dito natin malalaman kung bakit kailangan nating magrehistro ng ating negosyo, di ba? So let's dig deeper about what's the meaning of tax avoidance. Is it legal? And what's the meaning of tax evasion? And this is a criminal offense. So most likely, if you will be wondering, pag nagnegosyo tayo, syempre, may kaakibat na tax yan eh. Ganun talaga, di ba? Meron talaga tayong saying na taxation kasi is the definition per law in a digested way in which we could analyze this. These are payments made by us taxpayers, di ba? To be given to the government. Pananagutan ito ng mga businesses na magbayad tayo ng tax because taxes is one way of the government to defray its expenses. So ginagamit ng gobyerno yung mga taxpayers' money para mapatakbo ang ating komunidad. At the same time, also tax creates wealth distribution. So technically, as your income progresses, tumataas din yung tax base. And I think that's most likely the definition of taxes. Bukod sa pananagutan ito ng bawat isang Pilipino na kagaya natin, doing business ka man, empleyado ka naman, so on and so forth. So once you do your practice in taxation, kagaya namin, we render tax services sa aming mga clients. So we have this definition such as tax avoidance. So tax avoidance, this is a legal way of minimizing your taxes by creating a tax planning for the client. Ano ba yung mga dapat nating i-declare? Ano ba yung dinedeclare na income at the same time yung mga expenses that we could claim? Ano yung mga things na kahit may resibo, hindi pa rin natin siya nakiklaim na expense. Lahat, that's tax avoidance. We just need to know what are the valid, invalid things that we need to have for us to maximize our claims ng expenses at the same time yung mga ruling na threshold, yan, itinuturo namin yan lahat. So technically, tax avoidance is making use of the tax code and its interpretation para lalo nating matulungan yung mga taxpayers if ever that they are declaring their income. Kasi sometimes there are income such as na hindi naman na kailangan taksan, ba? Let's say, dividends, final tax yan. So, technically, may tax na yun. And it is called final tax. Lahat po yan, di ba? Ituturo natin dito sa atin for um, proper minimizing your taxes, di ba? For tax evasion naman kasi, this is willful neglect of declaring your income. and claiming expenses na wala naman tayong proof. So yun yung criminal. Alright, so moving forward, like what we have discussed, tax avoidance lowers your tax bill by structuring your transactions. Like what we said, kakaroon tayo ng tax planning. We will use the law, lahat ng provisions nito to get the best tax benefit. It's legal. And usually, you need a very good practitioner or someone that knows the workaround sa taxes for us to do the tax minimization or benefit of tax avoidance. While again, tax evasion, on the other hand, is an attempt to reduce your tax liability by deceit or concealment. So in short, you willfully didn't declare what is right to be declared. And sometimes you are declaring such expenses na wala naman talagang katotohanan. That's tax evasion. Right? So how do you know when tax avoidance goes too far or crosses the line and becomes illegal? So technically, like what we said, there are laws and rulings. Ever wala siya sa law and ruling, and that's for deceit on declaring those items, evasion na yun. Basta avoidance, lagi lang tayo maglalaro sa ruling ng BIR. What should be done and to be declared. Alright? So most common criminal activities in violation of tax law. Okay, let's do now one of the first things to consider. So technically, you're already evading your taxes if you don't register your business in the Philippines. Like what I said, pananagutan natin yung pagbabayad ng tax. As well as, if you do business in the Philippines, meron kasi tayong tinatawag na complete registration and secondary registrations. So mabilis lang po, una, if ikaw ay mag-isa, sole proprietor ka, you have to register your business sa DTI. After that, barangay, mayor's permit, and also BIR permit or what we call Certificate of Registration Form 2303. So that's the primary registration. BIR will have you ng document na pwede ka mag-issue ng resibo. By the way po, ang resibo, authority to print nang gagaling yan kay BIR. So technically, pag meron kang resibo na hindi ka rehistrado sa BIR, that's not even a valid receipt. Again, pag rehistrado ka sa BIR, magkakaroon ka ng authority to print or use receipts. Okay, so what are the secondary registrations? Like what I said, secondary. SSS, Pag-ibig PhilHealth, pag meron po tayong empleyado. So pag hindi ka nag-register sa BIR, most likely sasabihin sa atin ng iba, sir, paano pag may DTI lang ako o nag-negosyo ako, okay na yun, di ba sir? Like what I said, pananagutan po ng mga businesses na mag-rehistro sa BIR. So again, the complete primary registration na itinuturo rin namin sa firm, and this is what we encourage for our clients kasi ganito talaga ang tama, is again, pag sole prop, DTI, barangay permit, mayor's permit, and BIR certificate of registration. Then the secondary licenses, pag meron po kayong empleyado. Then on the other hand, partnership, pag may kasosyo ka. Dalawang types of partnership, general professional, professionals na um, go into practice of profession. General partnership, pang mga negosyante na puput ng effort nila into one business. Corporation, on the other hand, is group of people that their ownership is referred to as stocks. So technically, ito yung mga tao that they decided to put up a corporation through shares of stocks ang ownership. So partnership and corporations are SEC registered naman. Other than the DTI, pag sole proprietor ka. Failure to pay and file appropriate tax returns, yan, that's illegal or that's tax evasion. Let's say, kunyari, rehistrado ka sa BIR, then hindi ka naman kumuha ng practitioner or professional to handle your tax filing. Even though you're registered, BIR could still impound or attack our registration by seeing if you're filing your taxes correctly. Okay? Deliberately underreporting or omitting income to the tax authorities. This is evasion And this is willful neglect. Ayan na, deliberately. So, kung ang income mo talaga, let's say 100,000 per month, ang nire-report mo lang 20,000, tapos agad pa yung expenses na nire-report mo, which is wala namang mga proof. So, ano po yan? Tax evasion, and that's illegal. Making false entries in the books of accounts saying no physical documents to support your claims, tax evasion po yan. Hiding and transferring money, shares, or other assets in an offshore bank account. So, meron tayong tinatawag na una, AMLA. Technically, ma-detect na agad yan ng bangko. Or anything that you receive in money na walang proof of income, na parang paano ka nagkapera? Yan. Then, transfer mo siya sa iba't ibang bangko, bangko sa abroad. Yan. Di ba? Gagawa ka ng kumpanya, lalagay ka ng pera without any proof of saan galing yun. That's tax evasion or illegal. What happens if I don't pay taxes in the Philippines? So technically, it could be assessed of improper declaration of your taxes that would lead to penalties or charges and compromises. So technically, the BIR has the right to create a way so that they could inspect our books of accounts through letter of authorities, so on and so forth. If you don't pay your taxes, you may be subject to audits, fines, and interest charges. Like what I said po, the BIR has the right to check your books of accounts through letter of authority if ever that you neglectfully declare everything on what's happening or currently happening on your business. So the fine, depende yan, di ba? So I just put here yung mga sa mga malalaki na. So that could lead to imprisonment, closure of business, at meron tayong mga compromise penalty surcharges na which is included in the compromise table ng BIR. So it varies on what you will be tagged, di ba? Pero definitely, it could lead to imprisonment and syempre, fines and penalties. Pag hindi ka naman nagbayad after administrative ng BIR, it will be criminal. Alright, so ganito sila mag-impose ng taxes. So, pag compromise, may table yan, interest, penalty, surcharge yan, 25%. Ba? So, meron po kaming computation yan. We're just putting here the basics so that kita ninyo. Yeah, may tinatawag silang Oplan Candado, especially pag wala kang permits. DTI lang meron ka, nakapaskil doon. They have the right to use Oplan Candado sa iyo. Bukod doon, i-issuean ka pa ng fines, surcharges, and penalty ng BIR. How to avoid tax evasion in the Philippines? Like what we said, we have to maximize the law and the ruling kay BIR, and we will be doing minimization only, which is legal. So we will be using everything, di ba, that the tax law and ruling provides so that we can maximize our benefit. Other than deliberately or willfully neglecting your duties and responsibility of, syempre, doing your declaration. Avoidance, minimization, yun nga, lulilit yung taxes natin at wala tayong exposure sa BIR. Know the tax laws in the Philippines, like what we said, we encourage each and everyone to have their accountants, CPAs, or accounting firm that could help your business needs, especially not just filing your taxes, interpreting the law, the regulations of the BIR, at the same time, tuturuan po namin kayo, di ba? On how we could manage this properly. Like what I said, unahin natin yung registration. Pangalawa, ma-maximize natin yung ruling at mga regulation ng BIR. Monitoring all receipts and transactions, syempre, kailangan rehistrado tayo so that we could issue receipts, di ba? Hire a consultant, like what we said, we are here to help you out po with your business needs so that we can, hindi tayo matatag na tax evaders, at the same time, we can do business peacefully in the Philippines. Maraming salamat po. For more information, we will be seeing you po sa aming mga page, sa aming mga seminars that will be available online. You are also welcome to visit here sa Chrysostom and Associates, CPAs ko sa Imus, Cavite po. So all of the details that about us, about the firm, about our services will be available po on our pages. Maraming salamat po sa lahat and hope to help you out po. Sooner or later, especially sa mga tao na gustong mag-negosyo. Let's maximize your benefit at the cost of doing the right thing in the Philippines. At the same time, wag po tayong matag as tax evaders or non-compliant. Maraming salamat po. Each and everyone have a good day. Salamat po.